Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to review a video that popped in my feed called Homeless in San Francisco at 19 by Trevor Lee, 93 subscribers. So it's good that YouTube is promoting the small time YouTubers, but man, being homeless at 19 must be tough. And then on top of that, being homeless in San Francisco at 19, that's a doozy. And I heard that people who make over $300,000 are still struggling in San Francisco. So let's go ahead and play this and see what we can learn from it and see what's up.
My name is Trevor. I'm 19 years old. I'm homeless and I live in my car in San Francisco Bay Area, California. And before you click off or skip, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not asking for money. I'm low-key just trying to promote a video to see if I can get more people to follow my journey. That's it. This channel is a documentation of all the hardships and struggles I go through, because the depth of your struggle will always determine the height of your success, as well as the greatness of your story. I'm in San Francisco because of the opportunity and how much work there is out here. I work currently just doing Uber Eats, and I'm trying to get into some stock trading once I get enough to make a laptop, right? And then after that, in about 2 to 3 weeks, I start my contingency position within the Stanford Hospital. I'm really excited for that. I'm looking for rooms on Craigslist right now. Throughout this whole journey, I've seen some really fucked up stuff. Like, I've seen homeless people doing meth openly on the street. I've seen like car accidents. I saw a high-speed chase like feet away from me as I was just standing on a street corner. It was crazy, right? And I've had my car towed about 6 times because I've ran out of electricity on the road because I didn't have enough money to pay for electricity, you know? It's hard, but I don't let any of that distract me from the fact that I'm gonna be a person who has achieved greatness. I will be someone that others can look at as an example of someone who went from nothing to something great. And yeah, we're in the city. We're gonna get back to Uber Eats. I hope you guys see this video and click on the channel, and I don't know, keep following my journey. God bless you. Stay safe.
All right. So here's a few things. Number one, I really like his attitude. You really got to give it to him. He's a really positive person. And I wonder if he is from San Francisco. Based on what he's saying, it doesn't seem like he is from San Francisco. He came to San Francisco for the opportunity, but usually when you go to San Francisco for the opportunity, it's not like an immigrant journey where you just start from nothing and then build yourself up, right? That's kind of what I think of when I hear the term immigrant journey. You usually have a $300,000 a year tech job, right? And so the fact that he's living in this car and he doesn't have a laptop, I think is insane. Like, I feel like if I did the same thing, I'd like crack within like 2 days and cry to whoever I could and tell, call my mom and say, I want to go back home, right? Like, it's like Neo when he sees the Matrix for the first time, like, I want to go back into the Matrix. And I don't know if he can go back or not, but I really love his attitude, right? So I think this person's a much stronger person than I am. I mean, I don't know how much that hospital job pays. And here's the other thing too that I will say. Let me just kind of replay this.
I'm 19 years old. I'm homeless and I live in my car in San Francisco Bay Area, California. And before you click off or skip, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not asking for money.
I think it's okay to ask for money and try to sell stuff. That's how you make the money. Like, name any company that doesn't try to sell stuff. He should get into that and learn sales. That's how you really get out of poverty. Now, I know that stock trading is a little bit more abstract, but there's still, I'm pretty sure that there's still like sales involved in it, right? It might not be with a human being, but don't be ashamed to ask for money. I always ask for it all the time. And eventually people do give it to me. I get rejected a lot, especially from banks. 50% of banks reject me, and then 50% of them don't, right? So I would tell this young man, don't be ashamed to ask for money. Not a bad thing, and don't be afraid to sell. You always got to sell. right? That's how people make the money.
I'm low key just trying to promote a video to see if I can get more people to follow my journey. That's it. This channel is a documentation of all the hardships and struggles I go through, because the depth of your struggle will always determine the height of your success as well as the greatness of your story. I'm in San Francisco because of the opportunity and how much work there is out here. I work currently just doing Uber Eats, and I'm trying to get into some stock trading once I get enough to make a laptop, right? And then after that, in about 2 to 3 weeks, I start my contingency position within the Stanford Hospital.
See, that's good, right? Like, it's not like he this is well, I don't know if being homeless is gonna be permanent for him because if he's doing Uber Eats and working at Stanford Hospital, is it gonna be enough to even get a room? Because I remember, like, a long time ago, and let me look this up, um, San Francisco shuts down $400 box, right? No, hold on, $400 let me look it up, $400 a month room. Yeah. So I don't know if you ever seen seen the story, but basically there was a dude in San Francisco who had like a friend whose parents let him live in San Francisco for to live in a box for $400. And when he posted his story in the news, right? Like city of San Francisco found out like this is more than hold on, 9 years old. And this is a pretty sweet box, I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like this is better than some places I've lived in. $400, and then, once it made the national news, the city found out and they shut it down. High-end sushi restaurant of real estate markets, that's what San Francisco is, so, I feel like the city has destroyed all low-cost options, and if you're working just, quote, "a regular job," you're probably living with 10 people in illegal housing, right, in San Francisco. And if nobody can live in that $400, it's a sweet box. Look at this, a $400 box. I feel like the city, as well as good intention that is as it is, has destroyed um, any attempt at providing low cost housing. But yeah, so kudos to this guy for having a good attitude. I'll be honest, like I could not start from zero. Right? It's just too hard, and I've done that before, and, it's like years of struggle with no, sign of success at sight, at least it was for me, and so I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so lucky to be here." That's, like, kinda my attitude, and I would never recommend anybody start from 0, right? Like, you one of the ways keys to or success or leverage to success is your relationships with other people, knowing how to sell yourself to people who have money, right? And not just starting from 0. I think that's a big, I don't wanna say mistake, but I can't think of any other word, right? But but kudos to this guy for having a good attitude, right? And I won't discourage him from doing what he wants to do, but I would just never do this, right? Like, even it doesn't matter if I'm 19 or 20, but, good job for getting a job at least, right? Not trying to, like, live the 100% Uber Eats life. I'm pretty sure there's people in Atlanta who do this too, but, um, yeah, good deal. So let's see what we see in the comments, right here. "You got this, brother. You're gonna make it, homie. Jesus died on the cross so that you'll be free." Damn, bro, I live in San Francisco too. The city's not cheap. If you ever wanna take a break from the chaos of downtown SF, come over to the Sunset Parkside. Things are much calmer, quieter, and more peaceful over here. Um, Good luck on your journey, and so many of us don't realize what we have until it's gone. Hope you become successful and get the help you need on your way. Let me scroll down if there's anything. Oh, no drugs. Don't wanna be around the meth heads, right? But yeah, I don't know what it is about the city of San Francisco and drugs and Portland too. I heard Portland and Seattle are drug havens. This is interesting. Dude, get out of the Bay Area, man. SF is a S-hole. That's interesting because, if you've ever heard, San Francisco has a poop map. Poop map. Is this the poop map? ArcGIS Online? Yeah, it is. That's very interesting, but it's got a poop map because people love to poop on the streets in San Francisco. I guess even this is probably I heard about Mission District, that's the downtown area. I don't know what this is. I've never been to San Francisco, but I can't imagine a city like it's probably be very beautiful here, right? Right next to the bay. Okay, that's why they call it the Bay Area. I'm assuming, all right? I'm not that smart, but uh, just filled with poop. This has got to be like mismanagement to the extreme. But dude, get out of the Bay Area, man. SF is a S hole. Plenty of opportunities elsewhere. I'm a remote cyber, 390K a year, bro. Wouldn't live on SF if you paid me double. Wow, dude's killing it right here. So might want to listen to the people ahead of you, right? But again, if people, some people want to go to LA, I don't recommend that. Some people want to go to San Francisco, don't recommend that. And maybe there's some wisdom in people who left California and some of the older crowds too. I heard a lot of these tech CEOs, right? They're all like, California, we're good. That's why they all moved to Texas because it's a lot cleaner. All right, so but love the attitude. Love the attitude. All right. Well, that's it for today, folks. Homeless in San Francisco at 19, living in car. So that's where we're at, where the youth just kind of film themselves. And I've been reacting to people in their car, in their living in their car, which is like insane, right? I remember this like other person who was like living in Texas and was homeless, living in the car for like a couple of months, and I was like, this would have never happened like 10 years ago, or would have been the rarity, right? And now I just feel like it's more and more common because the economy's broken, folks. It's like you either have money or you don't. Tale of two cities almost, right? Tale of two classes. Okay, well that's it for today, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.